No, I will allay all your difficulties and concerns, but very good evening to all my dear friends and fellow panelists, and of course, always pleasure to be on your show, Barka. Quickly, now, what does the UMEED bill, the Waqf Amendment Bill, talk about? UMEED is what? United Management, Empowerment, Efficiency, and Development Bill. Now, that is the meaning of UMEED bill. Now, let me tell you, this bill, in letter and the spirit, what does it intend to do? It intend to get us transparency, accountability, efficiency, development, and inclusiveness. And inclusiveness of whom? Inclusiveness of gender. Muslim women have been given a place, also of gender, right? That's Muslim women across economic classes, as also various sects of Muslims. Now, you tell me, what is wrong in enforcing a statutory? These Waqf board, let me tell you, is not a religious body. It's a statutory body having hold over or controlling 90 lakh acres of land. It is one of the largest landowner in India. You can't really, as Mr. Rijuji rightly said, that whether it be the railways or the army or the national defense, they cannot be held to be the owners of the property because it's used by the nation at large. So when you have this 90 lakh properties controlled by 300 odd people. Hello?
Sorry, I just wanted to say, according to the Economic Times, 8.7 lakh properties spanning 9.4 lakh acres. So
yeah, I'm
quoting the number to you.
Yes, yeah. Yes. So approximately. So and just 300 people. You tell me this, how can this be allowed? Now to say that the way it was introduced, the bill was introduced in the earlier session of the parliament. There was a big hue and furor. There were allegations raised. There were protests. So it was sent to the JPC. It was discussed over JPC. Various members, all by member of parliament across political parties participated, and now this bill is introduced. There were certain amendments which were sought, which have been included, like not being retrospective but prospective. The collector, the magistrate, divisional magistrate, not being the final authority. All that has been included. See, if you see, Barkha, against the Waqf property, there are cases across India, whether it be Maharashtra, whether it be the farmers in Maharashtra, whether it be in Karnataka, in Tamil Nadu, the entire village, including a Chola temple, has been declared as a Waqf property. And why this concern? Because here, one fine day, the Waqf board can decide that this is our land, and they would declare it as a Waqf property. And here you have this aggrieved farmer or a villager or an aggrieved person trying to prove, running from pillar to post to prove that it is my property. And these are old properties, Barkha. Kabhi aisa bhi hota hai that maybe they don't have the land records, and therefore they are at the mercy of the Waqf board. So here it is a simple case of distribution, having accountability, and having a government say in this property.
Okay, let's just you, Susie Ben. You did note you're mixing up the digits there. That's why I said to you 9.4 lakh.
Yes,
okay.
Right.
Go ahead.
Now, quickly, the land revenue records are always maintained by the collector. Whether you and me have a dispute on land, we go to the collector. And similarly, therefore, it should be extended to Waqf as far as the land is concerned. This is the question. Land is in concern. When there is Mr. Rijuju very clearly said, the Honorable Minister, that they are not going to take over the madrasas or the mosques or the dargahs. The point here is there is a dispute. If there is a dispute and if you can't trace the title, there should be some recourse to the person who's aggrieved. That is the long and short of it. And government is not the encroacher. And let me tell you, Mr. Sanjay Jha, the government the temples that we have in Hindu temples, like Siddhivinayak, like Sai Baba charity, it's run by a government board. Everyone is a member. There is a supervision of the government. Here, especially in the Waqf board, there is no government control. It cannot be run in a transparent manner. That is the long and short of it.
Okay.
What you said. And, as far as the registration of property is concerned, now registration of a property is mandated by all property owners. So if a Waqf board also is asked to register a property, I don't see where the difficulty is. Now, the other point that you raised was removing corruption. I wish it was that simple. The current system of the Waqf board is completely an opaque system, and that is why through this amendment, what we are seeking is transparency, and there is also the audit provision. And also further, one more point, Atiq Saab. This is the law. There will be rules framed under this law, under the law for the effective implementation by the state government. And therefore, there will be a mechanism where everyone will participate, including the Muslims. You cannot deny that it is very specifically said the majority of the board members will be Muslims. So therefore, while there could be an MP who is a non-Muslim be a part of the board, but essentially it will be managed by the Muslims. I also want to ask you one question while you're talking about correction. Tell me, of the total land property owned by the Waqf board, how many hospitals have been created? How many children's homes have been created? Has there anything done for the women, those who are widowed or who left alone? Any skilling centers have been formed? So this is a way to ensure that what belongs to the community is given to the community and who deserves it. Who need to be
okay. I think
the whole issue is beyond Barka, closing line. This issue is beyond who says what or why Anurag Thakurji was allowed to speak, can't be denied. He's the member of the parliament. But the basic understanding, the why this amendment has been called the UMEED, why it has been there, let us discuss, let us debate.
We are
this government walks the talk. It is the third term that they are in the government, and maybe they'll go beyond 5 years and beyond this also. So it's about time that the Muslim community or the minorities or those who are aggrieved to have a dialogue with the government. We are open for discussion instead of just spreading falsehood like that the madrasas and the mosques and the crematoriums will be taken over. Instead, have a dialogue. That is the beginning point. Not trusting, I think the BJP or the NDA are walking the talk, whether it be 370, whether it be the triple talaq, whether it be the Waqf bill. We are very keen to engage with the Muslims. The amendment bill, the UMEED bill, is with a view to weed out corruption, and the Muslim community should support us. It should be used for the larger good of the community, for the children, for the women who are underprivileged, all of them. So therefore, it is about time we rest the distrust. We rest our concerns about distrusting the government. We are the government in power, 5 years and beyond. So let us have a dialogue. Let us work for the upliftment of the Muslim community. That is the only thing that this Gandia government is seeking.
Okay, before I